So no lighters and no conspiracies right now, just some shop stuff, right? There you go. This is what I'm working on again this morning. My little baby. She's my baby. Got that fucker off. It was on the back. So, that old thing, yes, it hadn't ever been off. I think it was on there since the original paint job. My old truck was purchased as a Montana State vehicle. That's why it's all yellow. The original color. Yup. 69, baby. Oh, yeah. So now I got to get under there the rest of the way, and I'm going to get all up in that box. I'm going to get so up in that box, and I'm going to get it all fucking loose. That's what I'm going to do. I got to loosen those bolts under there, and then I can slide her off or take her off. Either way, whatever I want to do. Because I got to strip this sexy lady down so I can start cutting and welding in the new parts. See, this shelf here is full of all the new parts and shit. Lots of other new parts that I got. But all this down there, all this, I'm gonna cut all that out and replace it. Seats coming out, probably the gas tank at some point, and the other side there. And then I'll patch in the spots on the floor that I need to. I don't want to cut all that out. I can weld plates over that. And I can make that beautiful and sexy. I can do it. I have the technology, and I have the ambition and the motivation. And if I can't, I know enough people in this freaking industry that would gladly give me the advice. So it's a beautiful thing when you start working on these old trucks, because it's a community of men and women that when they're into this shit, they know this shit and they're passionate about it, and they just love it, you know. So it's one of those gifts that keep on giving kind of deal. And it's not just an American thing. This passion is shared all over the world. People love classic vehicles, and, you know, because I can take this and I can make this run on fucking water. Absolutely. Will the government like it? Fuck no. The oil companies hate that shit, and they know that, you know, carburetors back in the day, the single barrel carburetors that used to get 60, 70 miles to the gallon like it was nothing. Yeah, they changed that shit. They do it all on purpose, people. All right? But this kind of stuff, this old stuff, doesn't have all that technology in it that controls it. You're free to do what you want to do. You can fabricate. You can create more with one of these old vehicles than you can this new fucking garbage shit. You know, I'm sorry, it is. Like, a lot of it's just fucking garbage, dude. And it just adds to the controlling of you as a person. And you might think the other way around, because it's all loaded with technology and all this cool shit, but in the same time too, it just makes you less, I guess, aware of certain things. Like when you're riding in one of these old trucks or an old car, you feel the shit. You can tell like, all right, what you know is like, I can tell there's something off with the front tire, or there's, you know, something rattling over here. What you know every little feel of it, you know, like you become part of the vehicle when you're inside of it, when you're driving it, versus like you get in one of those new things, you're just straight up a passenger, man. Like pretty soon you won't even drive the things at all. You can now at some of them. So I love this old shit. I could go on for hours about these old trucks, you know? Nothing too fancy under the hood. Here, pause for a sec, and I'll fucking open it. So that's what I got under there. I put the new wheel wells in, painted those. You know, all this was off, so all this was painted and redone and whatnot, and most of it's gonna have to come off again. All this is gonna come apart again. So now that I got all that rear bumper off, I went and I had to cut all the underneath box bolts off. There's two that I couldn't get to with what I have to cut off, so I'm gonna have to buy a cool new little cut-off tool of some kind. It's always kind of fun when you can get a new tool that you need that you might only use once, maybe, but so anyways, now in order for me to cut out everything that I need to cut out, right here for all this shit. I can't get back up in there where this little rocker panel wraps around that. So I have to take my whole front end apart again. And I'm just gonna take it off, so I'm gonna start with the bumper, and at least it's all fresh bolts, you know, so I'm not like breaking knuckles trying to get shit off. It's all new shit that I put on, so I put it on, I can take it off. And so that's what I'm gonna do today, is get all this grill part and the bumper dismantled. And at least the grill I should be able to take off in one big piece, so I don't have to piece it all together again. Looks so naked right now. Yeah, but it did come off in one big piece. Check it out. Oh yeah. It was a lot more complicated when it came in mini pieces and I had to build it all. So, yeah. Much better. Much more better and stuff. There we go. Now I can loosen up the fenders. I don't want to do too much now until I have a second person here to help me with this hood. So I take the hood off and stuff. Plus, I'm out of space. I gotta reorganize a bunch of stuff.